Hello! Welcome to Bottom Shelf Blockbusters. This is a technical first episode. We were going to release My Bloody Valentine, but we haven't got a DVD player that works yet. Or isn't, not that good quality. So, my friend Blackwit told me to watch
ad, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's an ad. We're gonna watch ad. But we're gonna watch The Haunted World of El Superbeasto. See, I'm a big Rob Zombie fan. I know every single one of his albums. I've heard almost every single one of his songs. And when I was young, my mom had the DVD to House of Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. I loved Rob Zombie's movies. But there's two I have not seen yet. Three, actually. Hold up. House of Thousand Corpses I've seen. The Devil's Rejects I've seen. I haven't seen Three from Hell. I've seen Halloween 1, 2. So that's... Hold up. 4. I haven't seen The Lords of Salem. Oh wait, I've seen 31, so that's 5.
Well, they're all on Tubi, so we can see the ones you haven't seen. I don't mind watching them.
I haven't seen The Lords of Salem. Nor 3 from Hell. I only haven't seen 2 movies. But I've heard that 3 from Hell is basically just a carbon copy of The Devil's Rejects. So I might not watch it. But The Lords of Salem, it is completely different than any Rob Zombie movie.
Wasn't it dubbed his best work?
His best work. But it's completely different because it isn't a slasher or a blood-filled movie. It's psychological, which is crazy. You wouldn't believe it. Coming from Rob Zombie. And I don't think it has any of his stereotypes. Like long hair, redneck, long beard, cussing a whole bunch, Sherry Moon Zombie's ass. Or anything you find in a movie. Blood everywhere. Goriest kills you could think of. The torture porn, pretty much. None of it, I don't think, is in this movie. Hell, there isn't even a lot of props. And Rob Zombie owns most of the props in his horror movies. And he said Lords of Salem was a movie that barely had any props because it was more psychological. So, I might have to check that out at some point.
I want to check it out because it does seem good.
But does The Haunted World of El Superbeasto deserve to be put on the bottom shelf? Or is it a blockbuster hit?
I say it's blockbuster hit.
Let's check it out.
I'm El Superbeasto, and I always use different awake shampoo. It's embarrassing. It's my commercial. On the TV, right up there. Don't have any more flakes on my clothes. People thought I either didn't shower or had a bad coat problem.
Because of bleeding penis shrinkage, migraine headaches, and severe disappointment.
I can't take this anymore. What was that? Why? I thought this was gonna be a funny movie. Ha ha ha! Funny.
It is funny.
Boobs!
Wee-wees.
Bleeding of the anus. Penis shrinkage. Nipples falling off. Why? I thought this was gonna be a different Rob Zombie movie. I thought something else was gonna be different.
It's funny as shit, though.
Not hemorrhoids, penis shrinkage, nipples falling off. Take this shit. Oh, man.
What's wrong with your car?
Hey, fellas! What the friggity fuck? Hello to you too.
Yo, I said, where you been? Turn your back on your homeboys, huh? Blood is blood.
Yeah, whew, I've been like crazy busy. I lost my cell phone too. Lost like...
Well, do I look like I want to talk to you?
I ain't here to talk. I'm here for the All-American Ass Party.
How about you make yourself useful and go get me some beer nuts?
Oh, Mama, I got your nuts right here. Why don't you solve it?
let me just say something real quick. In my opinion, I feel like this is like a fan service type Rob Zombie movie. See, but it's made by him. You know, it has what you'd want to see in a fan service Rob Zombie movie. You get characters from his old movies, characters from different movies. For example, there's a scene where he's going into a titty bar, and he's going through the line. You see a xenomorph, Jason Voorhees, Nosferatu,
Edward
Scissorhands, and a whole bunch of others. And that's what I like. It's not just his characters. And when I saw it, when what was her name?
Susie X?
No, not
or
Susie
Velvet
X.
Von Black.
Von Black. Yeah, when Von Black gets taken. Also, this is a fun fact. How many times will Rob Zombie ruin somebody's childhood? In The Devil's Rejects, and what else was it? Oh, 31, he had the old voice actor of Tommy Pickles in his movies.
Who else got Tom Kenny now?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Tom Kenny plays a gorilla. Anyways, it's just crazy. And something I didn't expect was hear Danny Trejo, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure it is Danny Trejo, and Bill Moseley. Bill Moseley. Otis himself. He plays Otis, and Sherry Moon, you know,
that means they're in the same universe canonically then.
In my opinion, I respect Rob Zombie for that. Having his wife in every single project.
Wait, wouldn't that mean if they're in the same universe, though, wouldn't that mean there's two Dr. Satans?
Yeah, two Dr. Satans. Wait, that would mean that Jason Voorhees, Edward Scissorhands, and all those other horror movie characters could possibly show up in the Firefly house.
Well, I mean, they're knockoff horror movie characters, but
No,
not the same.
Those were like the full-on, that was full-on Jason. But no, that's one thing I like about this movie. It doesn't have that, doesn't have as much cussing as you would expect.
It's hentai with the plot, bro.
Exactly. There's this one song, I love Teenage Disaster, and there's one song he made that I guess he never released, or he never released it on Spotify or anything, but it's called Pimpin' Chimpin', or Pimp Chimpin'. And it's with a whole bunch of his friends because he had writer's block, and one of them says, watch hentai for the plot. Summarizes this entire movie. It's so stupid, but so funny.
It's probably one of my favorite movies, to be honest.
And Blackwood told me this before it happened, but there's a scene where Dr. Satan's beating his meat.
You looking goofy as fuck.
Like I said, imagine hearing SpongeBob or the Ice King.
Also,
or Squanchy even.
Watch out, though, for our new movie, Inspired El Superbeasto, coming out soon. We are still figuring out the name, but it's like a plot. My character's like a Nosferatu type thing.
Oh yeah, Nosferatu did also show up.
But this is gonna be like El Superbeasto.
How many times has Otis, Baby, and Captain Spaulding technically showed up? Well, Otis and Baby 4 times. Because 3 from Hell, Devil's Rejects, and House of 1,000 Corpses. Technically 4 for...
You know, this isn't the Firefly trilogy, technically, if you think about it.
Well, it doesn't, like, involve around them.
Yeah, but it's
like a reference. It's like a...
If you think about it, though.
Well, it's technically there's 4 appearances for Captain Spaulding, too, if you think about it. Because he did show up for a little bit, said hey before he passed, and...
You actually get to hear him talk.
You get to hear him talk, and you see him.
You get to hear him talk when he grabs Susie's ass.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that. So, they have... Well, I mean, this is obvious. Sherry Moon's on. Oh, yeah, I didn't get to say that. I respect Rob Zombie for having Sherry Moon in all of his movies. It's a sign that he loves her a lot, and he wants her in everything he does. That's the type of love I want. Like... Also, Otis and Captain Spaulding, some of my favorite villains out there. Otis is he is a character that you hate so much and you want to see die. but at the same time, you can't get enough of him. He does do terrible things, like terrible, terrible things. But Bill Moseley plays him so good that you completely forget about it. And you're like, yeah, I want to see more of him, but I hate him and I want him to die. Like, but this movie, dude, it is so fucking stupid. But it makes me want to laugh too. Like, I'm over here dying. I'm just like, like, and also, I haven't heard a lot of cussing, and not all the characters are actually long-haired redneck with beards.
But they're horny as fuck, though.
Horny, yes. And, hold on, let me switch to Evil real quick.
Dwight twerking.
Evil, come in here real quick.
What? Fine. Okay, that's good.
Well, there has been enough boobs. Okay. Evil, what are you talking about? Evil, what are you talking about? This has more boobs than a 5-hour porn video. 3 of them! It has more boobs than a 15-hour porn video. El Superbeasto, a hour movie, has more boobs than a 15-hour porn video. I need more!
Alright, it's me, Evil. I just wanted to say, look who it is. If you can click the back button, you can see it better.
I don't want to be rude, but I was like staring at your crotch and seems like your package is purring. Hey-oh!
Fun fact, I have heard this man's voice before. See, when I heard him as the Exterminator, I thought, he sounds familiar. Where have I heard his voice from? And when I looked at the credits, it was Harlan Williams. See, I remember Harlan Williams from a very, very, very underrated movie. And only a certain type of fan base has watched it. And that fan base are gigolos. See, about in 2000, I believe, the Insane Clown Posse, yes, I am a fellow gigolo myself, actually, over there and up there are my Twisted Funko Pops and my Twisted Vinyl. When I first saw this movie, I was dying at it. It was funny.
Papa Bed.
Huh?
Wiener.
Still is decently funny. But knowing all the beef that happened between Twisted and ICP, sort of I can't really watch the movie anymore. Because I did like Twisted, and I do like ICP. But I feel like you can't be on both ends of the spectrum. Because you'll have one fan base going after you, and then you'll have this fan base. Because they aren't even qualified as juggalos anymore. They're just qualified as ninjas. As their record label consists. And from the Big Money Hustler and Rustler and Death Racers series. And any other ICP movie out there, or any Psychopathic Record movie, that are considered ninjas.
Do you want to show them the new poster for the new upcoming Inspired?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. But no, they do have a lot of cast that is crazy to believe are in a Rob Zombie movie, or have showed up in a prior movie. It's crazy. And I do like... Oh, and Harlan Williams did show up in Half Baked.
One of the people who play Murray, he's actually really popular for being on The Big Bang Theory.
Huh?
I forgot his name. He's one of the people on The Big Bang Theory. Not the main characters, but he's really famous on there.
Harlan Williams?
No. One of the guys who play Murray, you know, the robot.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought Fluffy was in here, but it doesn't tell me anything about him being in here, so I'm guessing he's not. But there was a character who did sound insanely like him. But that's all I wanted to say. Damn. The shoes look pretty smashable. Oh, sorry. I just finished El Superbeasto. I swear, the only way to describe this movie is taking acid, passing out, taking more acid, And this is what you see. This movie was so random. Like, but that's what I love about it. It is so stupid and funny. And they even made jokes about it's fine to masturbate to cartoons. Japanese do it every day. This shit made me die laughing. I had to put Good Al out the room because couldn't see it. He thought it was a cartoon, but it's not. It's funny. Let me tell you the plot. The plot is basically a porn star is trying to meet this one really famous stripper, Velvet Von Black, who can blow into her finger, and it has, I think it's the mask I'm thinking of, or
Popeye.
yeah, Popeye, Luffy from One Piece, but they blow their thumb and then it just expands. That's what she can do to her titties. She gets kidnapped by
Otto the monkey for Dr. Satan.
A monkey voiced by Tom Kenny. SpongeBob, Squanchy, Ice King. We know this man. And it is so weird hearing him cuss, dude. My brain is not used to it. Danny Trejo, Bill Moseley, Sid Haig, Sherry Moon Zombie, like I said, obviously. Harlan Williams. They have a lot of good cast members. And it's a funny plot. And there were multiple times where I had to pause the movie to get my bearings because how stupid it was. Seeing Von Black and the Otto having sex just made me die laughing because all you hear is a fucking squeaky toy go off. It's funny.
And all you hear is, don't break a bitch.
Exactly. Like, it is a funny movie, and it's something I would never expect Rob Zombie to make himself. It's funny, and it is bloody, but it's not live action, so it's cartoonish and funny. And like I said, they barely cuss. Besides Velvet Von Black, she cusses all the time. And it is so funny to hear Sherry Moon Zombie. Boo! Did I scare you? It's funny to see Sherry Moon Zombie act ghetto in a scene. And in my opinion, I feel like this movie is basically just for teenagers who are so immature that this movie is like right up your alley. Like, it is so funny to me because I am immature. I'm mature when it comes to certain things, but I will laugh if I hear a fart joke. Like, I will laugh if I hear somebody rip ass or fall down the stairs. I'm laughing. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna help you up. I'm laughing at you. So this movie was right up my alley, like 100%. I recommend this movie. It is funny. And it's probably one of Rob Zombie's best movies. And it also has a whole bunch of reference to his other songs. Like, what was her name? Susie X?
Yeah.
Susie X, she was dressed up as a werewolf, and it gave me the vibes of Werewolf Woman of the SS by him on Hellbilly 2 Deluxe. But yeah, it's a funny movie, and I highly recommend it. So, I guarantee, this deserves to be a blockbuster. Blockbuster hit. Alright. This has been Al, the Screen Screamer. And until next time, see you later.
Is the movie over? Can I come in now? Please? It's cold out there.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell y'all. I had to lock Good Al out of the room because he was too childish to see this, and he would have been traumatized. Because he loves cartoons, and seeing this, he thought it was a cartoon. I was like, buddy, this isn't a cartoon. Yeah, you can come inside, come on.
Yay!